Hi, everybody. Actually, this is a Saturday morning, and I was just sitting outside doing some reading. And I got to thinking about truth. How do we know what truth is? I think that was one of the questions that Jesus posed to Pilate, wasn't it? How does one know the truth? It surfaces for me today because I've seen some things on television. Like all last week, I was watching a series of events. And then today, yesterday actually, I heard an individual recount those events in totally the opposite wording. And I'm thinking, well, I know that's not true because I saw it for myself. But in this day and age when things can be manipulated and images can be changed and photoshopping can happen, and I could sit in front of a green screen instead of here in my yard and make you think that I was talking to you from, I don't know, the Grand Canyon. How do we know what is the truth? It's harder, isn't it? So I think we rely on people we have trusted. When we're growing up, we rely on maybe our parents or teachers or ministers or some other trusted person, grandparents, to tell us, yes, that's true, no, that's not. Who do we do that with today? There are some individuals that we would trust. Other portions of our culture would say, no, they are the least trustworthy. I'm not sure what we do with this as a nation, except that we figure out what we believe and what's important to us and what are the values that we hold in here. Because those values will create the lens that we look through to determine what is true for us. What's true for me is that I'm an idealist. I choose to be. I choose to be an idealist not out of ignorance and not out of naivete, but because I think and I believe that as we think of something and picture it and creative, it lends it energy to become reality. So I'm going to choose to believe people who share my vision of reality, my desire, my ideal for what I want it to look like. I don't need somebody to tell me what is or what's happening around me. I can determine that for myself. I don't need to have a leader who is telling me how awful things are or what to be afraid of. I can pretty much see those things for myself, can't you? What I want to have is someone with a vision, an ideal, who invites me into it. And if it's the same vision that I have, whether it's for my country or for my family or for my neighborhood, my city, my church, those are the people I want to have around me. Because together we can make that vision a reality. And then that becomes our truth. But I still go back to, how do you know who to believe? And for me, it's pretty simple. You know what I'm going to say, right? I believe the teachings of Jesus. I believe that he brought truth with a capital T because he was truth with a capital T. He brought that into our world so that we could understand God in a different way. Not as something far off, not as something capricious, not as something disengaged, but as a force that is intimately involved in our lives. Not moving us around like chess pieces, pawns on a chessboard, but giving us free will and encouraging us to grow and figure things out for ourselves. So when I look at life through that lens, it's pretty clear what's true and what isn't. I invite you to do the same thing, especially in the weeks ahead, as we prepare to make some pretty important choices for the future of our country, and as our country goes, for the future of the world. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. I know that I am. I'll see you during the week next time. Thanks for joining me for the Prayerful Pause with the Pastor. You can learn more about South Presbyterian Church, where I am the pastor, in Rochester, New York, by visiting the addresses or links on the end slide. All right. I'm Pastor Deb Swift. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.